Is Lady Di alive? I have no idea. One of the last calls we had from her was deeply, deeply depressing. She was in a facility losing her mind, thinking she was on a Navy ship. And I remember me and Jimmy were not getting along, even though we were trying to do that radio show after Anthony left. Jimmy really didn't want to be there. He wanted the money and the exposure for selling tickets, but he really didn't want to be there doing the show with me, which made it very, very difficult. Very difficult. But I remember a moment. We took a phone call from Lady Di, and it was really sad and depressing. And I remember me and Jimmy looking at each other like, "Holy fuck!" It was sad, and that was the last time. And that's got to be, I don't know, at this point. Trying to think, maybe 4 years ago, maybe something like that. That show was bad. Sorry, truth, Jeffrey Geis. Yeah, it was. Me and Jimmy weren't getting along. I don't want to do this every day, but look, I was odd man out. Jimmy and Anthony got really, really close. They should have went off and did a show. There's a bunch of people that really enjoy their chemistry together, and it's really strange to me that they never actually went off and did an actual, regular show together. Jimmy stayed behind for all the wrong reasons. I stayed behind because I was excited to build something new. And when me and Jimmy's show didn't really work, although, you know what, what'd you say that show was bad? I don't think it was bad. Comparing it to the Opie and Anthony show, yes, of course. But I got to defend me and Jimmy on this one a little bit. Even though we didn't get along, and I don't think Jimmy really wanted to be there. Certainly, he didn't want to be there doing it with me. I think he wanted to be at Sirius XM. I think we pulled off some decent radio. I really do. And then when that show split up, and I was finally able to do the show I really wanted to do with Carl, Vic Henley, and Sherrod, that was the one. That was the one. And that proved right there. I'll stroke my own ego. That proved right there what I'm capable of doing. We crushed it. But at that point, Sirius XM, they were done with me. They were just trying to figure out an exit strategy. And then they tried to play some dirty pool. And I said, nah. We're not doing it this way. Nah. Talk to my lawyer. And then I left all nice in the end. Real nice. All right. The Lady Di show is bad, so fucking depressing, Andy said. Yeah, but that was real life. I like those moments. I really like those real life moments on the radio shows. I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact that it has to be funny all the time. And certainly funny is really, really important, but some of those real moments like that where you're pulling at the heartstrings and maybe getting some people to have a little moisture in their eyes, I didn't mind those moments at all. Stephen Toohey, wasn't that bad, just knew Jimmy wasn't all in. No, and I don't think there was anything I could have done differently to make him all in. I mean, our relationship was done at that point. Absolutely done. I mean, I get a lot of blame for the show breaking up, and then Jimmy gets to sit pretty much in Anthony's seat. Technically, he stayed in his seat in the studio, but he was sitting in Anthony's seat. And the haters, for whatever reason, left him alone for the longest fucking time. And I'm like, really? So I get all the hate for the Opie and Anthony show breaking up, even though Anthony did some pretty crazy, outrageous shit that the company warned him about. And then Jimmy gets to skate, and I get all the hate. And Jimmy knew I was getting all the fucking hate and had no problem with that whatsoever. And I'm like, this isn't fucking fair. Jimmy also fucking stayed. And if you really like Jimmy and Anthony together, why isn't Jimmy leaving immediately and doing something with Anthony on a regular basis? But I think Jimmy knew back then. I can only talk for back then because I don't really know the players anymore. I think Jimmy knew that Anthony was very, very unpredictable, and and Jimmy also knew that if he went with Anthony, he wasn't going to make any real money at first, at least, and he wasn't going to be selling any tickets. And I think that's the real reason why he stayed at Sirius XM begrudgingly, working with me when he didn't really want to be with me. So there you go. Facebook user says, Opie, we love you, buddy. All right. This one was fun, man. I don't know if I got a little energy from knowing I was on Instagram Live as well, but that was fun, man. Sean Cooper, hold on. Let's go to Brad in Ohio. Brad, are you trying to boil my whole existence on the Opie and Anthony show to one of my crutches, which was to stop some of the action in front of me to go to the phones? Is that what you're trying to do, Sean Cooper? Let it go. I explained that whole thing. If you're willing to listen, and I was pretty honest about it. I was in a terrible position. I was like, God, you say these things the wrong way, then the attack begins again. But I was the main guy in the studio, meaning I had to kind of control the action, kind of like a point guard on a basketball court. And at times when I stopped the action, it was for a very, very good reason, and it actually really, really helped the show. And then at times, I absolutely stopped things that could have went longer. Yeah, I've already admitted all that, Sean, and I also admitted that I was in a very, very tough position. I didn't want to be in that position. I didn't want to ever be the boss. Anthony and Jimmy just got to skate. As soon as that show was over, they skated. And guess who hung around most days until the last year or two? I also decided to start tapping out right after the show. But I was the guy that had to hang around and do all the garbage and all the bullshit and all the meetings and look at these suits and know that they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And go to lunch with my boring agent while everyone else went off to do their lives. And then I would go home and my phone would ring all day with problems from the staff. And I had to fucking deal with that. And those guys just got to skate. So when you talk about me being bitter, add that to the pile. Because I got into radio because I didn't want a real job and I didn't want to be a boss. And then you fast forward, that's exactly what I was. A boss with a real job, with real headaches. Anyway, I hope, Sean Cooper, that answers your question. I've explained the hold on thing, and I do admit there were times that I stopped some good action in front of me. Sometimes it couldn't be helped because we had either commercials or live reads or guests or other things we really, really wanted to get to. And I had to make judgment calls all fucking day, every single day. There were times like those guys didn't worry about the next thing we were going to do. I would pick the next topic or the next thing, and then, they would go with it brilliantly, of course. Of course. There were a lot of parts of that job that were a complete nightmare. Oh, you were going for a cheap laugh, Sean Cooper? Nah, it's all right. But I get hit with this stuff pretty much every day. All right, guys. Wow, it is early. But you know what? I think I'm going to go just chill out. Maybe live stream some Golf Clash on the old Twitch. Opie is live on Twitch. I don't know if I want to build another audience on another social media app, though. Christ. I'm working on dances for TikTok so I can build that audience. It's a fucking nightmare. An utter fucking nightmare.